Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel for today's Raptors watch along. We have the Raptors playing tonight against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Another big test for the Raptors, looking to prove that they're capable of beating teams like this. This season, I think it's something like 4-16 against the top 10 teams in the NBA, and the Raptors, to their credit, they continue to beat the teams that they're supposed to beat. But at a certain point, you got to be able to beat the teams in and around you in the standings, especially with some teams nipping on your heels in the NBA standings. Raptors kind of falling off the pace of the top 4 seeds in the East, but we really want to maintain a top 6 seed. We have the Sixers a game and a half behind us. We have the Magic as well as the Heat 2.5 games behind us. And maybe the team I'm most scared of is the Charlotte Hornets, who are 4 games behind us and are capable, absolutely, of catching us with the way that we've been playing. To be honest, we've beaten the Hornets a couple times. Maybe those are two of our more, maybe even the 2 most impressive wins we have on our resume. But it was another really rough fourth quarter against top-tier opposition just a couple of nights ago when the Raptors lost to the New York Knicks. 13 points in the fourth quarter. It took a close game and turned it into a blowout, at least from a box score perspective, because Raptors cannot get points on the board in the fourth quarter. And against bad teams, Raptors have a great defense. That defense is going to carry them over in those settings. When you're playing against a good team, the defense alone is not going to bail you out. The defense alone is not going to get you wins, get you over the line. So we need a little bit more out of the Raptors here. And this is a team that we had recently on the schedule in the Timberwolves, where we are up late, up in the fourth quarter, up by double digits in the game, and end up losing. Today is, and it's a tough game in Minnesota, but today is a good day to start to put things right as far as these games are concerned. Raptors away from home here today, 5.5-point underdogs. So in tough in this one. Makes sense. They're playing a tough team. They're on the road. It's the top 4 seed in the West. It's a good Minnesota team. We've got to find a way to get through. Let's see if we can do it. I'm excited for this one. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today. If you guys enjoyed what you see, as a reminder, hit the like button. If you trust me, you're back. You're watching some more content here. Maybe you hit the like button early and help drive us up in the YouTube algorithm, help get more people to the channel. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing as we go through the stream. I stream for pretty much every Raptors game, and we have other content on the channel as well. Not much content this week. I've been really busy, and I have been just trying to figure out what exactly I want to do with content besides watch-alongs. I want to start getting back into doing videos. I think I'm going to make one tomorrow, which would come out on Saturday. So we'll bring back videos. I think that's what we're going to be doing. But I've just been kind of mulling it over through the week. So I promise more content is on the way. But I appreciate you coming through and hanging out with me on the channel for today. Thank you to the people we have out here right now. We've got Gregory, 2-year member, joining us. We have the Sync FG out here as well. We have Alex Anderson. Alex Andersama joining us, and Andre Silva, and SK Skate. I forget what this one is. Skate Ion Addy. I forget how to pronounce that one. If you could remind me. But thank you. Yes, thank you everyone for joining me tonight. Raptors will be getting started shortly. 8:07, so it should be about 3 or 4 minutes from now. We should have the Raptors getting started. Let me go find it. I believe we're on Sportsnet today. Reading some of the chat here. The Sync FG says we have to win this. I mean, we don't have to win this. If we lose, it's not like we're, the sky's falling, but it'd be disappointing to lose another game like this. But, we're underdogs here. We're underdogs. It's a tough game for the Raptors here today. Alex said, let's beat a good team. That would be nice. I mean, I'd feel really good. I don't think we have to win this game, but I would certainly feel really good if we did win this game. You know what I mean? And I think we're good enough to do it. We've beaten OKC and OKC with Shea playing. Like, I think we're good enough to do it. We're good enough to beat any team. Just got to do it on that night. Absolutely. Hornets are for real. Yes, Hornets are very for real. They're not going to be a fun first round matchup in the playoffs. Like they are good, man. 9 above 500 on the road at 500 at the Scotiabank Arena. Yeah, that's a disappointing record, of course. We really used to make the Scotiabank Arena fortress. That has not been the case for this season. It's just a strange one. I don't really know why that would be the case, to be honest. Raptors schedule kind of rough. This could get ugly. I don't think so. I don't think they have like an extremely tough schedule for the NBA. I mean, it's not. Like, the Raptors have one of the easiest schedules left in the NBA. Good teams are going to be on everyone's schedule. There's still just like enough games left where like that's going to be the case. 22nd hardest schedule remaining in the NBA. It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot worse than it is right now. So, schedule-wise, we're looking decent, to be honest. If we stay fifth, road games will come for the first. Well, yeah, it's true. If we're the fifth seed, hopefully we are. The first few games of playoffs will be away games. It might be an away record, like we've said, is a lot better. Absolutely. Hope Scotty gets his shooting right. It's been a bit down compared to the start of the season. Would like to see that number come up a little bit more for sure. He's been a fantastic player, but like that just is one of the ways that he can unlock the next level for sure. Skay on Addy. Okay, thank you. I think I knew that, but I don't know. I overthought it. Skay on Addy. Thank you for the confirmation. Did you realize how close the 9th and 10th seed are to the Raptors? Yeah, it's tight in the East. Got to start picking up wins. Got to pick up the wins when they're there for you. Like the San Antonio game. You know, that was there for them. Got to pick up a win like that. So, still like 21 games to get this right and finish the season strong. I still believe we're top 6 team. Who would you feel more comfortable facing in the first round? Out of who? I mean, who do I feel most comfortable? Like the Pacers or something? No, actually, Zubac would play. The Nets, probably. I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know. Of the top 4 teams, I'd probably want New York because I think Cleveland are better than them. I think Boston are better than them. Not to say New York's a good matchup, but of the top 4 teams, that's the one I'd rather play the most. I know we're 0-4 against them, but there's no good choice there from a Raptors perspective. Is Pirtle hurt again? I do not know. I have been swamped all day. I have not. Let me see. Injury report. Colin Burrows remains out. Jakob Pirtle's not on the injury report. He's been good lately, so hopefully he's good again today. I need to step out for just like 10 seconds. I need to go grab my moisturizer. My hands are chappy. 1 sec. Okay, next game is on Sunday. 2 nights off after this, so, go do the thing, Toronto. In Minnesota, what can we do? Starting 5 is the starting 5 for the Raptors. Quickly, Barrett, Ingram, Barnes, and Pirtle. For the Timberwolves, it is DiVincenzo, Edwards, McDaniels, not Jalen, rather, his very good brother Jaden, Julius Randle, and Rudy Gobert. Let's see how it goes. Indoor pickleball this time of year. I'm sure Pickleball Pat's got the indoor courts locked down. Or opened up, rather. One day I'll try to play. My knee is just too mangled to play it right now. Played for 2.5 hours today. Sounds like a good day. I have been sitting at this desk pretty much all day doing work. Pickleball sounds more fun than that. Just spilt a ton of water on me. All right. Let's do this. We'll get the scoreboard up. I don't have the scoreboard up. 1 sec. 1 sec. Game has begun. Sorry, I'm a little change here. Here we go. Scoreboard is up. Let's make it active in just a second. Quickly to Pirtle to start the game. It's nearly turned over. It's out of bounds for a Raptors ball, which means the clock has stopped, which makes it tough to sync up the scoreboard. When the clock is running again, I will be able to do so. Barnes on the inbound. Ingram coming off the screen. They get it to him. Takes the jumper in mid-range and drills it. First bucket of the night goes the way of the Raptors, and it is Brandon Ingram. And scoreboard up and running. This game clock will be in sync with where I am watching on screen. So if you want to sync to me, you can sync there. You can also, as DiVincenzo hits a 3 for the Timberwolves, you can also go to our friends over at liveonassist.com to easily sync up with any watch along that you're watching. I'm also streaming there right now. Quickly for 3. Off the mark. Rebound to McDaniels. Timberwolves rocking the throwback jerseys today. Very nice jerseys. Edwards turns it over. Ingram has it. Fouled as he gets to the rim and lays it in as well. And 1 for BI. Huge first quarter a couple nights ago, putting up 26 points in the first quarter. And he's got 4 with a chance to make it 5 at the line in the first couple minutes here. Really like these Timberwolves jerseys. Would have been cooler to, Raptors also have a throwback jersey and they get to wear it today. I mean, if every team went back to their throwback jerseys, would it not make sense to go back to the best jerseys? Why don't the Timberwolves just wear these as their normal jersey? Why don't the Raptors wear their they got the greatest jersey of all time and they don't wear it? It's pretty crazy. Anyways, that point's exhausted. Randall backing down quickly in the corner to McDaniels for 3. Doesn't go. Quickly's got the miss. Outlets to Barnes. Forward to RJ. Wow, did a great job of hauling in that brutal pass, but he can't finish. Other way, DiVincenzo high off the glass, doesn't go. Pirtle doing a great job to get the rebound. Launches it forward to Ingram. Transition 3 for BI off the mark. Gobert has it this time. Scott Thompson says if they don't play Trace Jackson Davis again, our biggest player will get in foul trouble and they need his rim protection. Darko, please wake up. Yeah, it's kind of annoying to trade for him, have a big in a rotation out for injury, and still not play the big you acquired at the deadline. I don't love that. Knows every under Darko Sky's offensive production dips around this time of year. Yeah, that has been the case. Maybe less so last year because it wasn't I guess it did kind of dip. It definitely dipped in Darko's first season at this point. You're right though. It has seen a little bit of a dip in the last 15-ish games. The 3-point numbers are coming down. I wonder why that's the case. I don't have an answer. Maybe it's a case of fatigue at this point of the season. Maybe it's the scouting reports out. I don't know. It's a little bit strange that you're right. I haven't really noticed that until you pointed it out. It is. I'm not blaming Darko for I'm not for. By the way, I'm not saying it's Darko's fault, but you're right. It has seen a little bit of a dip. Could be playing through injuries a bit more, and you're right. Lately, has been playing through the quad injuries. He drills a 3 there for the Raptors. But yeah, it has. But you know what? There's a lot of season left. It could go back up, right? We don't know. Edwards to Randall, defended by RJ. He's fouled. RJ not happy with that call. We got Daily Ray Sports Highlights joining us. What is going on? So tomorrow I'm going to record a video. It'll be out Saturday because I won't be able to record this early enough. But I do want to discuss Darko Rajakovic and what the future looks like with him, if the future involves him. My thoughts there. If you've been watching the streams, you kind of know my opinion. Randall for 3. Doesn't go. It was an air ball, by the way. We're out the other side. Quickly has it. Lobbed up to Pirtle. Great feed. Can Pirtle find a way to go up? Okay. Little inventive. I don't even know. a hook shot with no follow through. He just came up here and a little lob and went in. Very nice. DiVincenzo, 3 other side. Rebound to Barnes. Here come the Raptors again. They're already up by 8. Hot start 2 nights ago. Can they continue their hot start here? Yes, they can. 15-5 after the RJ layup. Raptors by 10. They led by 10 the other day, but we are out here. Okay, we'll take it. A lot of games to go, but good start. We will take it. The key is doing this, the consistency through the 48, of course. But we will absolutely take a good start. No question. Oh, boy. One more day to go, everyone. Almost at the weekend. I am pretty busy tomorrow as well. Typically, Fridays are pretty light for me. That is not the case for tomorrow. And doing a YouTube video as well with it. The initial idea behind the Happy Hour stream is that it was much less taxing on my schedule. But I think it's important to really give it for the content on this channel. Not just, go through the motions in some respects, which I could be guilty of. So, got to get back on the horse there. Any feelings on multiple Raptors 9-5 players getting contracts? Not really. I don't see anybody that has gotten one. Like, you have Julian Reese and David Roddy. I think Olivier Sarr as well. I don't see anybody there that I'm thinking is helping the Raptors in their rotation. I don't see a difference maker there. So, I'm fine with, look, great for the 905. Great for those guys. Maybe not great now. I actually want to, have those guys for the games. But again, for the Raptors, I don't really feel any type of way. I don't see anybody there that was going to come in and change things and help us out, really. Blowout loading. I mean, hey, a good way to not blow a fourth quarter lead is just be absolutely blowing it out, so that even if you do a bad fourth quarter, it's too far to come back. We keep going up by 10 in the fourth quarter. We got to go up by 20 plus. That way we got a better chance. Olivier Sarr could have been a backup center who can shoot. Well, it's not like these guys, the 905 still have their rights for the G League. I actually don't know if these guys got standard NBA deals anywhere, but I mean, we have Jackson Davis who doesn't play. I don't see how Sarr would come in and be playing, It's been a while since we had a true 905 guy that actually got big minutes for us. Maybe Jeff Dowden, but I don't know. Again, I don't see any game changers there. Edwards, defended by Barnes here. He might have had his foot on the half-court line. Might have been an over and back there that was missed. And instead, he gets a shot mid-range up and ends the run. 15-7 now. Pirtle to B.I. Mid-range. Foul. B.I. drawn another foul. Early goings here. Well, I know Jackson Davis can't shoot, but I'm of the belief if a guy was worthy of an NBA rotation, he'd beat an NBA rotation. There aren't guys that are just there's way too much. It's way too valuable to have a guy rotation caliber to just ignore him in the G League. If a guy's good enough, he's getting play time. So again, I'm not missing any of the guys from the G League. I do believe Jackson Davis on the bench is worthy of getting some play time, but evidently he's not. But G League player, if you're rotation caliber, you're not going to be in the G League very long. Ingram knocks down both in the line, restores the 10-point lead. I gotta say it again. These Timberwolves jerseys are very nice. Dosunmu in the game for the Timberwolves, acquired by the Timberwolves from the Bulls, and here he goes from 3 off the mark. R.J. Barrett on the rebound. Dosunmu, an interesting former second-round pick, and really turned into a good player. R.J. working on Edwards, going up strong, finishing off the glass. Hopefully R.J. starting to get a little bit more comfortable post-injury, post-latest injury. Edwards to Randall. Attacking Barnes, stepping back in mid-range. Tough 2. Gets the bounce. Back down to a 10-point game. Quickly. Nearly stripped on the pass by DiVincenzo. This time, DiVincenzo does recover and intercept the Quickly pass. So turnover by Quick. Ugly possession from him. Other side, Randall down low to Gobert. Gets it over top of Pirtle and finishes. Barnes. Pirtle to RJ. Pass to Pirtle, and it's off his hands. It's a good pass, but Pirtle just didn't handle it. It's out of bounds. Another turnover by Toronto. Back-to-back possessions. Pirtle, hand off to Quickly. Ingram, up fake on the 3. Spins to the rim, throwing it down. Oh, they call it. They're not going to count it? They call it a shot clock violation. I think he got that off. That's a highlight reel play if he got it off. I'd like to see the review of this. Ooh, we may not have got it off. Okay, I don't think. Okay, I didn't get a great angle there with like the buzzer or the light going off, but I don't think he got it off. We'll see. They're gonna review it, and it'll be changed if needed to be. That was a sick play though, regardless of it counting or not. Naz Reid coming in for the Wolves. A fan favorite. Randall's second free throw, also good. 19-13. If you guys are enjoying so far, give it a like. Make sure you support the channel. If you're new, consider subscribing. Jamal shit over half court. He's in the game. Mom was also in the game. Barnes and Barrett have come out. B.I. still in the game. Pass deflects to Shed. And he's blocked by Dosunmu. Shot clock down. Quickly, he's got to come up with something. Finds Mamu. Oh, got a great look and couldn't finish. Got to have those, man. Great feed by Quickly. And Mamu had more than enough time to get that off clean. Edwards, step back 3 over Pirtle is good. Tough bucket. 19-16. And the 10-point lead is down to 3 after the, well, actually a 10-0 run, is it? No, it's a 9-0 run. I think it's 9-0 run. Well, it's a game of runs, as we tend to say. And another example of that. Still very early. Raptors by 3. And got some looks there, to be honest, and just need to convert the looks when you get them. But still loads of time to go in this one here. So Raptors' next game up is on Sunday against the Dallas Mavericks. Unfortunately, I will not be available for that one. Sundays are just no good for me right now. I play in a soccer league that is on Sundays. So when I joined it, I knew there weren't a ton of Sunday games out there. But unfortunately, we're in a pocket where there are actually 3 in a row. That's not good. Actually, one's in the 9. That one's fine. This Sunday and next Sunday, I unfortunately will be unavailable. The Sunday after that will be a 9 p.m. game against Phoenix, which I unfortunately am available because that's a late game. I don't really want to be up that late. Wow, we got another 10:30 in us this season. No more 10 p.m.s. It's either 9 or 10:30. We have another West Coast road trip coming up soon. That should be fun. Well, anyways. .5:17 to go in the first. Raptors calling their first time out there. God, I need to mute this chat. Not a lot to read from it so far. BI looks good, but still a little too early to tell what's really going on. Oh, some cool All-Star jackets I never saw. Someone got to get on Ant-Man. It was a tough shot he just put in there. Pirtle was all over him. What the fuck? I muted this fucking chat. Still getting notifications. What's the point of muting it? I still get notifications. Wolves court is fire. Yeah, I really like the Wolves. The assets here. The jersey, Mamu, nice dunk out of the timeout. Good play at a timeout. The court, the jerseys, all of it. I mean, again, just if we have better jerseys in our team's history, why not just wear those jerseys? I'm pretty sure I've seen the Raptors are not even changing jerseys for next year as well. They are well overdue a change, and these ones aren't even good to begin with. Shed in transition to floater is off the mark. They lead by 5 still. These jerseys are they weren't even good to begin with. They're so tired. The white, the red with black chevron and the white with red chevron are bad. I don't mind the black with the red detailing, but another 3 for Edwards as he steps back to drill that one. But yeah, we need new jerseys, man, and I don't think it's coming soon, sadly. Ingram. Good job hauling in that tough pass from Pirtle. Shed out to Mamu for 3. Got it. Back up by 5. And Mamu hasn't been as good lately, but great start for him here. 5 points. Randall going at Pirtle. Tough shot. Gets it and the foul. You like the black jersey with the old logo? I don't really love that one. I mean, they've grown on me a bit, but we can do better. We can do better with that logo. The ones last year were great. The black and purple ones, those were great. That should be what we do. Red and black, white and red are not it. Yeah, these ones are not it, for sure. Ingram. Backing down Edwards. Fading away for 2. Can't get the shot to fall. Kyle Anderson, recently reacquired by the Timberwolves, getting the rebound. Randall driving. Blocked by Pirtle. Good defense by Yak. Mamu in the wing to Walter. Finds Ingram. Going to him again. Dosunmu, the defender. Proving to be a tough defender as well. Out to Shed for 3. And it's off the rim, over the top of the backboard, and out of bounds. I think we should have last year's classic and the white versions of home and away, so like the purple. And then the Dino as the statement. Yeah, that would be excellent, in my opinion. I don't know why they don't do it. Okay, Jonathan Mobo checking in. Okay, I guess they like his matchup with Naz Reid defensively. Been a long time since Jonathan Mobo got meaningful NBA minutes. And to be honest, for pretty good reason. So, again, it's just like, why did we get Trayce Jackson-Davis if we're not going to use him? Size-wise and athletic-wise, like they're similar profiles of players, I guess. Maybe that's like the thought process here. We'll see. I mean, on the Mobo's not a bad perimeter defender. Not good on offense, but he's not a bad perimeter defender. I guess they're just trying to neutralize Naz Reid a little bit more. And Mobo kind of play a bit of help defense here. Here is Mobo defending Dosunmu. Great contest on the 3. I think he may have even blocked it. Oh, that was Bones Highlands, excuse me. That wasn't Dosunmu. It was Bones. But Mobo all over him. I mean, proven to be very good defensively there. Barnes in mid-range doesn't go. God. What would I do for a white monster right now? I could go for a white monster, buddy. All right, Dosunmu to inbound. And a offensive foul against Timberwolves. Jamal Shed drawing the foul. He's very good at that. Yeah, it's crazy that Jackson Davis, I agree with you, Kobe. It's crazy that he came here and he's getting even less minutes than with Golden State, where his minutes were dwindling. He's getting even less now. Why acquire him if you're not going to play him? Mobo in the corner of Barnes. Nice feed. Scotty Barnes drills the 3. Up by 5. Naz Reid spinning off Walter. Barnes converges. They get a couple stops, but then Naz Reid on his 3rd chance puts it back in. Got to get a body on him on the glass. Down low to Mobo. Losing his footing. Regaining it and then throwing it off Walter. I don't know what the hell why he did that. They're asking to review it. And the Raptors are going to challenge. Okay. I find it a little funny that Walter had to beg him and then Darko had to ask his bench. I don't know. I mean, I prefer to use... Oh, it was off of Bones. I prefer to use challenges in instances where you are free throws pending. You are getting points or you are avoiding points again. So I like to use them. How I'd like to use them would be on shooting fouls, unless it's late in the game, of course. But I'd probably like to save them for shooting fouls or you know what I'm talking about. Like stuff that directly affects points, like free throws. A first quarter out of bounds play, you get possession. And you know what? If you know you're going to win the challenge, there's something to be said because Darko's record at challenges is not very good. There is something to be said about just winning the challenge. I'd be interested to see if somebody is able to model out like the best way to your best way to your challenge, just use it as early as possible when you know you're going to win the call, like that it's so obvious it's going to get overturned, or do you save it for like those higher pressure situations, or do you save it for the more valuable situations? I don't know. I imagine somebody has the capabilities of modeling that information out. I also imagine NBA teams have not solved that part of it yet. That looks pretty fucking obviously off of Bones Highland out of bounds for a Raptors ball. I don't know how they could come to any other conclusion based on the replay there. It looks pretty clear and conclusive that Jacoby Walter did not touch this. Why is the fan base so critical of Jamal Shed compared to other players' team? I don't know. I haven't really seen that. I don't know. I haven't really felt like people have been more critical of Jamal Shed. They are taking their goddamn time with this one. All right, there. No headphones are off. Let's see what they're deciding. Boss, what the fuck are they watching? No overturn call. What are they watching? What the fuck are they watching? What video did they see, man? How the fuck did they watch that and say they can't overturn it? I'm stunned. I am absolutely stunned by that, man. That's utterly ridiculous. It's so fucking obviously off of Bones Highland. How on earth could they watch that footage and say we cannot confirm that? So fucking stupid. I'm truly stunned by that. There was more than enough evidence to overturn that shit. So fucking stupid. And then Nasri's that bullshit runner. Minnesota looking to take the lead now. 3 ball for Highland is good. Fuck it. Okay, it's over. It's over. We lost, not the game. We lost challenge. It's over. Move on. Move on. It's over. We didn't get the call. Come on. Walter. Turret is over. Other way. Dosunmu lays it in. Minnesota up by 4 with 9.7 seconds to go in the first. Barnes got to come up with something here. 23-8 run for Minnesota. Too many cold runs in this team, man. BI. Mid-range. Doesn't go. That will end off the first quarter. They're up by 5. Was it 5? Was it 4? Sorry, it's 3. They're up by 3. Horrible call against them. And then a little bit of a run to end off. 7-0 run after that point. Or, so I guess it was a 9-0 run in total. But 23-8 run to end off the first quarter for the Timberwolves. Not great from the Raptors, but plenty of time remaining in this game here today. Sorry, just writing something here. Hasn't felt like the defense has been the defense has been fine. Mobile over Trace Jack Davis, sweet lord. Yeah, I mean, I can kind of understand the matchup with Mobo on Naz Reid. You know, Trace Jack Davis not as fast, not as mobile as Mobo is, but yeah, you know, you go out and acquire Jackson Davis to be your depth in the big positions. Colin Murray Boyles is out. That would be great, but you don't have him. Like, you acquire Trace Jackson Davis for moments just like this, right? All right, starting off the second quarter, easy 2 down low for the Timberwolves. Quickly to Mamu, blocked by Gobert, right out to Barnes. If we're gonna extend it, it's a 28 to 8 run for the Timberwolves, I think. Something like that. No, we're up 15-5. No, sorry. I'm exaggerating. 12. 28 to 12 run. Free throws go there for the Raptors. 4-point game and finally some points on the board. Passed out of bounds by McDaniels. I guess Mobile will not have minutes again. Loose. Well, that was a pretty bad pass from Mobile, but it should have been Raptors ball. We move on. It was a pretty bad pass, though. Mamu to the rim, plus the foul. Kyle Anderson called for it, and Mamu going to go to the line to put the Raptors within 1. Free throw is off the mark. Anderson has the rebound. 33 to 31. Quickly, Barrett, Barnes, Walter, and Mamu on the floor for Toronto. Reed to Highland. Now McDaniels. Walter defending him. All over him in mid-range. Great defense Walter forcing a jump ball there as he tied up McDaniels. Excellent defense. How is that really a jump? Should that just be like... maybe I'm missing a rule there. How is that like... Wasn't really tied up enough for a jump ball, I'd say. McDaniels wins the jump, gets it to Reed. Now Highland has it. 3 on the shot clock. Bones driving. Barnes all over it. Swatting it away. Other way, quickly. Cut off by Reed. Now Barrett. Trying to spin off Highland. In the corner, Walter got a good look for 3. And he's fouled on the way down. Couldn't get it to fall, but McDaniels in his landing zone will give Walter 3 shots at the line. I can tell Mo was a Cavs player even when he only plays a few minutes. He's just very erratic, it feels like. Just feel like his mind is going 100 miles an hour. Just a lack of composure with the ball in his hands and on offense in general. I think there's ability as a stretch big who can defend the perimeter, but not like a stretch big on offense, but like on defense, a big who can be switchable and defend the perimeter is what I meant. But it's not enough. There's not enough there to justify like the lack of offensive output and ability, really. 3 fouls, McDaniels. That is a good sign for us. Didn't even realize that was the case. Yeah, that was good from Barrett. Good point by good game. RJ a lot of times will just kind of put the blinders on and take that shot, but great recognition to get that pass out there to Walter, who makes 2 out of 3 of the free throws to tie the game up at 33. 10:18 to go in the second. Highland to Reed. Back to Highland. A lot of shuffling around. Walter nearly getting the steal on Randall. 6 in the shot clock for Bones. Mamu the defender. Step back 3. Off the mark quickly as the rebound, and away come the Raptors again. Good 6-0 run here. Can they extend it further on this possession? Barnes for 3. Front rim. Doesn't get the bounce. Nearly did. Nearly got the friendliest of friendly bounces. 3 of them, but not the case. Randall inside. Doesn't go. Great contest by Barnes, but the rebound fought off by Randall. And it's a travel, no? Offensive foul. Not a travel, but offensive foul. Call against Randall as he kind of bumped Barnes' face. Barnes helping earn the stop and the turnover for Toronto. Hopefully he is all right here. Oh, they're going to review this. So I didn't really see that in real time. So let's have a look at the replay here. So let's see a replay here. That's got a chance. Yeah. He kind of swipes at him there. That is not really... Doesn't really look like a basketball sort of movement there. That was a quick review, man. Are they showing these guys different replays than what I'm seeing? Okay, let me see this angle. All right, you know what? I don't see a flagrant there. I'll be honest. I don't see a flagrant there. That angle wasn't as bad. I don't see a flagrant there, but that was a quick review, considering they had to look at fucking 400 videos of the Walter one and still got that one wrong. I think they got that one right in the end. But I don't know, Randall. That didn't look like he was just trying to pass the ball out there. Maybe a touch more to that. Nearly another turnover by Quickly. Clean it up, IQ. RJ to Quick. 3 ball for RJ. Raptors by 3, 36-33. RJ starting to perform well again. Mama with a strip on Edwards. Out to Barnes. Laying it in. Raptors on an 11-0 run. Lead by 5. This game has gone back and forth, back and forth. Nice response by Toronto after Minnesota went on a pretty hefty run to lead by 6. They're up 33-27. Since then, it's been all Toronto who have taken a 5-point lead for themselves. Heading back to commercial with the Timberwolves timeout. Raptors blow lead. I mean, it's only a 5-point lead. It's not like they're up by 20 here. It is very plausible for them to relinquish a 5-point lead with 9 minutes to go nearly in the second quarter. There's a lot of game left. But if you truly believe that they're gonna lose, you don't have to watch the game, I guess. Well, as Artie doesn't try to do more, he's a good role player. He's not getting paid like one, though. That's kind of the thing. I spoke about it last stream. I wonder what RJ's next contract looks like and who will give it to him. Because if he kind of can scale his role down, like I think in like certain, like even like as a high tier 6 man, he's got the scoring punch. He's not a great 3-point shooter, but he's okay from that range. Where like, okay, the open ones he can take and hit enough of them, and he's gonna be open there. He can put pressure on the rim. He's talented at that. I wonder what the role is for him, or not the role. I wonder what the contract is, because he's not making. I really don't think anyone's giving him this much money again. If they do, it'd be a pretty poor contract offer. But if you could get RJ for like, I don't know what these days, like 18? Would somebody give him 18? 18 to 20? Is that like all of a sudden a good deal for RJ? I don't know. Maybe still even a bit expensive. I mean, it's still like a pretty large investment for a player that doesn't shoot and can't play that's not a shooter, right? He does shoot. Not a shooter in terms of floor spacing, and not a good defender. It's tough to justify giving that percentage of salary to somebody who doesn't do either of like the key things effectively. Like if you're not one of the top guys on a team, you really need to have one of those two things. You really need to be a spacer or a defender, and he isn't either. So I don't know. Would a team want to allocate that? I don't think it'd be a good team, but I could see like a lower scale team. I mean, like that's like this type of like the Kings got that's got the Kings written all over him. But an interesting one, I think. Maybe a team that has extra salary available. Like I could see like one of the lower teams just wanting that usage and just going through him. I don't know. I'm curious. I'm very curious. Mama, by the way, another layup there before Anderson other way ends the run at 13 for the Raptors, but they lead still 40-35. Walter's a role player. RJ's more than that. What defines a role player? Role player, a guy who plays a role. A guy, let's play there. A guy who is capable of more, but maybe is at his best doing less. Edwards, short on the 3. But you've also got like he's clearly such a skilled scorer. You see it in games like this. So that's where my curiosity is just really high, because like a good team probably doesn't want him to have the ball a ton. He has to scale down his role, but like a bad team could just give him the ball a ton. He could give you like 21, 22 points per game on like decent efficiency. Quickly. For three in transition, or the pull-up three, rather. Raptors by 8, 45-37. 45-37. It'd be a nice, pretty good record to end the season. Should DeMar be considered a role player? No. DeMar was a multi-time All-Star. But again, if you're not hitting threes and you're not playing defense, like, you need to be really, really good. And as amazing as DeRozan was, perhaps those limitations stopped him from reaching like a truly elite level in his career. But, that's a multi-time All-Star for a reason. He's extraordinarily talented. That's a star player. But there is a next level that to get to those levels, like, there's just certain elements you need to have. And DeMar was much better than what RJ is. He's better, for sure. Maybe much is a stretch. Well, the game has changed a lot since DeMar's days. Like, the NBA really evolved tremendously in the 2010s. The game that was played at the end of at the end of the 2010s, the game was like even more aggressive towards like modern style, I'd say, that even today. Like we're trending back towards size and rebounding and rim protection, where then it was like about like late 2010s, it was about like 17, 18, it was definitely like 5-out offense. It's about floor spacers everywhere. Like, that kind of felt like the way the game was trending. It hasn't quite gone that aggressive, but early 2010s, the mid-range game was still very alive and well. DeRozan was one of the key figures in that. RJ for three. He's hot tonight. Hey, you get RJ games like this, you let him run wild. Evidently, clearly, still a lot of skill in the game. Randall to Edwards. Down to 7, the Timberwolves. Randall to chip in. He draws the foul and gets the layup and one. Is IQ a role player? These are like, it's a very like, the term role player is like very made up thing, We're like classifying players. It's like irrelevant the way we classify them. Would I consider IQ to be a role player? No, I wouldn't exactly consider RJ Barrett to be I wouldn't consider RJ Barrett to be a role player either. But Mamu's a role player. Shed's a role player. Play a role. Pirtle, nice hustle. He's going to have to go for a jump ball with Dosunmu. Yak saying he had it. I think jump ball's the right call. Oh, Pirtle wanted the foul there. Ultimately, it's subjective. And as much as it's like fun to like build a discourse around like what a role player is, it is like irrelevant, the way you classify guys. But they're fun conversations, no doubt. So I'm not trying to like demean the question or anything. I'm just saying like it's like a made up thing, right? Pearl bats it out to Quickly. Now Shed to Ingram. Down low to Shed. With the right, doesn't go, but Pirtle cleans it up and puts it in. Alan Williams saying that Shed took that shot knowing Pirtle was there to clean it up. I'm not sure that was the case, but if he was, that was a really good decision. RJ, with the block on Gobert, couldn't quite keep it in, but he gets the block there. DiVincenzo to Randall. Back to DiVincenzo. Randall. Flips it out to Tsunmu. Fadeaway 2 is good. 51-47. 4:57 to go in the second quarter. If you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you've hit the like button. Double check. Make sure you've done it. Maybe we forgot. Help support us. Drive us up in the YouTube algorithm. Randall. Going at Pirtle. Laying it up. And timeout Toronto. A little bit of lack of resistance there. We're getting some blocks in now, but at times it could be a bit easy to find those lanes to drive through. Yeah, Pirtle, maybe not the right call to go for the charge there. But anyways, 51-49. Looked like the Timberwolves about to pull away at some point, but the Raptors have managed to be back in this game. And as we see, they are up by 2 points as it currently stands. A bit of a later game tonight. 8 p.m. start time. Should be having us wrap up around 10:30. And I'm going to bed after that because I'm tired. It's the Knicks' conference to lose. I incredibly strongly disagree. I very much disagree. I think the Knicks are the fourth best team. I mean, largely dependent on what Jason Tatum looks like when he returns from injury. But by the time the playoffs roll around, I feel pretty strongly that New York will be the fourth best team in the Eastern Conference. Very far from the best. They've been knocking door 3 years. Yeah, the Celtics have fucking bust that door down in the last 3 years. Pistons are a lot better than last year. Cavs have improved compared to previous years. So I disagree with their conference to lose. 6'10" rim protector on the bench waiting to get in, but instead you put in Mobo. I mean, 6'10" rim protector. Listen, I like Trace Jackson Davis, but I might be a little bit of a stretch there. He's a solid end of rotation guy. You know, Boston underrated. I mean, to you maybe they're the favorites in the East right now. They are the favorites to come out of the East, Boston. So, underrated, I think that's pretty rated. Value continuity, New York's ready. If you value continuity, I mean, Boston kind of have a lot of that too. So do Cleveland. They've just gotten better because they replaced Garland with Harden. And the Pistons have I guess they're on their way up. But the Cleveland and Boston are better than Detroit. I don't know. I just very much disagree there. You could already be in the finals without the fluky Nembhard buzzer beater. Yeah, if my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bike. Guess what? He hit the shot. They didn't win the fucking series. The Knicks are good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the Knicks can't come out of the East, but their conference to lose. But completely disagree. Can they win the East? Absolutely capable of winning the East. But it's not theirs to lose. Back-to-back comments. Shed is garbage so far. And the second comment, Shed has been good so far. Oh, which one is it, guys? He's okay. Depends what you expect. I mean, I don't expect the world out of Jamal Shed. I expect hard-nosed point of attack defense. I expect some pretty good playmaking. I expect not much else. Dosunmu mid-range doesn't go. Rebound to Shed. Finds Barnes. Back to Pirtle. Then that's a brutal turnover. Randall throws it down. Ties the game at 51. I mean, Pirtle, you can't just be like so... You can't just like be begging to get rid of the ball like that, you know? Shed. 3 ball. Not a great shot there. The momentum's not with you. Tough 3 like that from a not very good shooter. Not a great decision in my opinion. 53-51 after the Gobert putback. Should they become a 60-win pace team in second season is still mind-boggling. I think they'll be a top 6 team. I think they're going to make the playoffs outright here. Barnes. Fadeaway 2 is good over top of Gobert. Never a good sign when he's like getting into that as his shot selection. It kind of feels like he gets in that when he feels like nobody else is doing anything, and it's just like, all right, I'll do it myself. Not great in those instances. Edwards closed down hard by Shed, and Shed nearly forcing the turnover. It's out of bounds for a Timberwolves ball. Barrett going to check in for him now, or quickly rather, we'll check in for him. Barrett also checking in. We get the starters in to close out the last 2:06. I mean, deja vu. That's not how you spell deja vu, but that's okay. I know what you meant. Vu, O-U-S, is you. Deja, already. Already you. V-U, vu, is see or seen. Deja, already. Vu, V-U, seen. But I know what you meant. The shot creation gap in the half court between us and other teams East is crazy. It's why we're not beating them, you know? It's why we don't beat them. It's why we're good up until the fourth quarter when the game slows down and it's much more of a half-court battle. That's where we're poor. 54-53 after the Gobert free throw. RJ passed, trying to get it to Pirtle. It's another turnover by the Raptors. Real sloppy last few minutes here with turnovers. Edwards for 3 other side. Off the mark. That's a foul. Yeah, RJ, you got to be a little bit more discreet than fucking shoving him like that. But to be fair, that's an easy 2 for Gobert without the foul. So, you know, you'd rather force him to the line. I mean, I don't think Jamal Shed's been like this elite piece today. He's 0 of 6, which to be fair, I didn't realize he was 0 of 6. He's a minus 16 tonight. The Shed minutes have not gone too well today. Plus minus isn't everything, but the minutes have not gone very well. I mean, he was in for like that big Timberwolves run in the first quarter, which didn't help that. But he is 0 of 6. That is in his control. Quickly, nearly loses it again. Finds Ingram. Raptors can't get anything going in right now. B.I. Shot clock down off the glass. Doesn't go. Rebound DiVincenzo out to Quickly, who steals it. RJ. Going at Dosunmu. Dump off to Pirtle. Fouled by Gobert. He's going to go to the line. All right, nice play again. RJ making a nice read at the rim, making a good pass. Very nice from RJ. Yeah, RJ's played really well on offense today. I don't know. I feel like Shed, 0-6 minus 16. You're not going to be getting praise for a night like that or a half like that, but My expectations of Shed are not like extraordinarily high. There's people who believe him to be like a future starting point guard, which I don't personally perceive, but expectations are different for everyone. But then again, he's an important cog in the rotation. You want a little bit more out of him. Edwards working on Barnes, and he dribbles out of bounds. Good defense from Barnes, who's in his face there. Barnes is a real shit disturber, buddy. At least Edwards is laughing about it. That's funny. 44 seconds to go in the half. Ingram. Fadeaway 2 is, oh, wow. In and out. Halfway down and back up. But good look. Ingram's cooled off a little bit since the hot start. Randall. Spinning off Barnes. Another good piece of defense. Ingram did a great job on the glass. Out the other way. Shot clock, game clock separated by less than a second. Raptors will pretty much have... If they want it, they got the last shot. Do they want it? Quickly. To Ingram. Raptors getting their set now. 6 on the clock. Ingram behind the back quickly. Got a good look for 3. Back rim. DiVincenzo going to heave it from half court. Way off the mark. That will end off the first half. All right. Well, it's early. Still half the game to go. Not early, but half the game to go. Raptors have had their good moments. They've had their bad moments, but they're here. They're competing. RJ's probably been the best player for the Raptors. Barnes has been really good on defense. It's a winnable position from here. Let's see where it takes us on the stream today. Drop a like if you're enjoying so far. Subscribe for more Raptors content. I'll be working on a video tomorrow to hopefully put out on Saturday. I do watch-alongs for Raptors games. Lots of great content here. You do not want to miss out on it. I will be right back, guys. I'm just going to quickly run to the bathroom, get some water. When I come back, we'll go through the box of the first half, prep you for the second half, and hopefully prep you for a Raptors win. Don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be right back. Sorry. One sec. All right. First half in the books. Not the greatest half, not the worst half by the Raptors by any stretch of the imagination. Brandon Ingram started off the game. I think he had 7 points in the first, or was it only the 5? Well, he had 2 field goals in the first 2 minutes. First minute and 3 seconds. He has none since then. So he struggled to get involved from that point. Thankfully, RJ Barrett has looked really good today. This is RJ at his best, getting to the rim, finishing through contact, knocking down threes, making the right read at the rim. Hasn't got an assist, but twice he generated free throws or shooting fouls off of his assists. So he's making the right reads there. He's plus 11, leading the way for the Raptors in plus minus. Barnes has looked good, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He's looked excellent on defense, though. It's in some tough assignments with guys like Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle, but holding his own there. Pirtle looking solid and looking healthy again. Knock on wood. Looks like he's healthy. Looks like the back is all good now. Quickly struggling to get into things, but at least he's got the 5 assists. As for the bench, Mamu's looked great. He has been not at his best lately, so good to see him doing well there. Shed, weirdly, just not playing well here. So you look at the numbers. It hasn't quite looked this bad to me, but he's 0 of 6, and he's minus 16 here. Minus 16 in a game where the Raptors trail by 1. Not very good there. Jaden McDaniels for the Timberwolves is minus 14. He's on 3 fouls, so he barely played in that first half, so doing a good job there. But otherwise, Timberwolves have been decent. Really, the bench had a really big run at the end of the first quarter for the Timberwolves, which is why a guy like Dosunmu is plus 19 in this game. So winning that backup guard battle, I suppose, with Jamal Shed. From the field, Raptors 48%, 50% from 3. Timberwolves 54% from the field, but 42% from 3. Free throws, Raptors have hit a few more. 1 extra offensive rebound for the Raptors, 3 less turnovers, although it has felt like the Raptors have been pretty wasteful at times with some of these turnovers. Pretty even game. I don't think either team will feel like they've been playing their absolute best, but both teams are playing solid games, and it's a tight one here. But you have to maintain this shooting, and I am fearful. I mean, we're doing fine here, but it's not as if the Raptors can kind of keep the status quo for the rest of the game. Where issues have arisen for the Raptors this season has been in the fourth quarters. And it's very obvious in certain pockets of this game. Like there was a 28-12 run mixed in there for the Timberwolves, where the Raptors just very clearly were not equipped as a half-court threat. And as we've seen, we saw it 2 days ago, when the game slows down, when it becomes more half-court driven, the Raptors struggle. The Raptors cannot generate a consistent offense. So not sure if we'll see any changes to that today or where those changes could come from. Looking at underdog here, Julian Reese in his 3rd career NBA game, coming out of the 9:05, 18 points, 20 rebounds for the Wizards today. Now, it's that time of year, we're going to see some funky players doing some funky things in March and April, Congrats to him, but I don't want that to turn into, holy shit, like we let this guy go. No, we're not going to do that. I did not realize Trae Young was playing today. I knew he was coming back. I did not realize Trae Young played today. The Wizards still lost to the Jazz, though. Yeah, Filipowski get 20 points. It's March, all right. Tanking teams and all. All right, time for me to make one of my own shots. Here we go. I can't remember the last time I made a door. It's been a while. It's been a while since I made a door shot. I would like to change that. I'd like to change that today. So let's hopefully do that. All right. Here we go. All right. Come on. They've all been close, just none have gone in. Come on. I suck, man. I truly suck at this. Oh my god, come on. Oh, that. This one's it. Here we go. Okay. Well. I suck. What's new? When I first moved here, I was knocking him down all the time. I haven't hit shit lately. I'm sorry, guys. It didn't happen. I got it in, I think it was my 6th shot. I got it. So it didn't take 10, but no, that was more than it probably should have taken. Yes. Anyways, I must say I'm not confident they're gonna win this game. Don't feel. I used to feel confidence at these stages. Like they find a way to win, but I don't know. Against these tough teams, seriously, when the game slows down, I just where is the reliable offense going to be generated from? I do not know. But I would love to be surprised. I would love for them to surprise me. That's for sure. It's okay. You got one, didn't you? You're better than Shed tonight. That's true. But I had to keep shooting. So, Shed, got to keep shooting. Got to keep shooting to make one. Almost as down bad as Gray's 3-point shot. I know it's worse. I know those are bad, but I feel like I'm worse. I don't know. Just this ain't happening. They ain't falling for me. Heat had me one game behind. If they win tonight, we have to lock in. What are the Heat up to? The Heat have just been quietly winning games, eh? Yeah, they're playing the Nets. They got the Hornets and Pistons upcoming, though. Yeah. I mean, look, we're in a position to win this game. Go win this game. You got a good chance to be able to win on Sunday as well. You're playing you better beat the Dallas Mavericks. But focus on tonight. Focus on Sunday tomorrow. Win this game. All right, we're about to get dialed back in. Teams behind us are getting hot. I mean, I don't know about the Heat, but the Hornets, I'm scared of the Hornets. That's the team that's hot. They could legitimately climb up to the 5 seed. They are just really good, I think. Okay. Second half about to get started. Let's lock back in. I'm going to refresh. I feel like I was quite a bit behind in that first half. I'm going to refresh, try and catch up a little bit. So I'm going to adjust my clock here. So just be aware, if you are synced up with me, you'll have to resync now. All right. Resynced. And it's not working, so I will resync again. What is going on with this? Why is it at 11:07? Sorry, I have an issue with the clock here. It is well off from myself. Sorry, the clock is not cooperating with me here. Okay, let's see if I get it right this time. Oh, it's... What the hell is going on? There we go. Okay, I think we got it now. 59-59. Sorry about that, guys, but I think we got it now. Randall driving. Reverse layup doesn't go. Gobert puts it back. Leaves a little bit of extra on Pirtle there. I didn't like that too much. Leafs are down 5-2 to the fucking Rangers. Yeah, they are a disaster. It is, unfortunately, the window is over. It is time to explode. Blow it up. That was a long window. That was a long championship window they had. And they couldn't even get out of the fucking second round, man. You got to win. It's hard to win, so you got to win when you got the chance to win. They didn't even come close. Who knows when they'll be back. Disappointing. 60. Anyways, back to the Raptors. We did win when we got the chance. We had one chance. We fucking took it. We fucking took it, buddy. The stars aligned. We got Kawhi. LeBron left the East. We took our chance, man. 61-61 here. Ingram. Putting it up, but Gobert all over that and blocks it. Ingram having a rough game here. After 2 buckets early, he has none since. Unless he had one in this half that I missed. Edwards for 3 again. He's starting to heat up. Timeout Raptors. You're maybe trying to figure out how to stop Anthony Edwards here. At least Masai recognized during the 23-24 season. Raptors team made the changes. I mean, they didn't net multiple first. Well, I guess Siakam got. No, Siakam got. Did he get 2? I suppose they got some value out of it. What did the Leafs do? Did the Leafs make any trades? Didn't they trade, like... Did they trade Roy? A conditional first-round pick and a fifth-round pick. Okay. Not bad. Miss Spicy P. Me too, man. If we were going to turn this shit around as quick as we did, I wish we would have kept him. What a player. What a guy. Yeah, they made some of the changes a bit late. You're not wrong. Masai did. On the hockey side, Toronto area fans also the Scepters. 2 wins. Extra loss from the PWHL's Olympic break. More watch from the Leafs the Scepters are. Unfortunately, I haven't been keeping up with the PWHL. I'm excited for the WNBA season. Toronto Tempo? When is WNBA season? Does the Tempo even have a team yet? The season's got to start, like, soon. It starts in April. The Tempo don't even have a fucking team. They got to play a game next month. They don't even have a team yet. From what I know of, from the people that I know the WNBA, this Tempo staff seems pretty good. Need the players to join in now. When is is there an expansion draft or something? I don't know when the draft is, but anyways. Nice bucket there for the Raptors at a timeout. They are within 2. It's still a tight game here. 64-63 now. The NBA Players Association have had their labor issues. No word on a new collective bargaining agreement that would enable Toronto to a similar roster. Okay. So we may not have the draft yet. Understood. Ingram turning the corner, throwing it down. His first field goal since the 10:57 mark of the first quarter. Much needed there. He's up to 10 points, and importantly, Raptors lead by 1. Randall, cut off by Barnes, nearly got the steal. And then he's out on the Edwards drive. And he fouls him instead of allowing him to drive past into space. Darko's upset about something. Don't know what. But anyways. Inbound from DiVincenzo to Gobert. Back to DiVincenzo. Now McDaniels open for 3. No good. McDaniels struggled for minutes tonight. He's in foul trouble, but back to normal. He's on 3 fouls. As Barrett drives. Not a great shot out of the drive there. But he's in a good game, so we'll let it slide this time. Edwards inside makes the layup. And the lead is swung back towards the Timberwolves once again. Quickly, floater. Doesn't go. Rebound batted out. McDaniels on it. Driving at Ingram. Swims through and puts it up for 2. 3-point lead for Minnesota. BI and something called it 8-second violation. Oh my God, it's the second straight game, isn't it? Ingram, second consecutive game with an 8-second violation. Come on, man. DiVincenzo fouled. Expansion draft for W is expected between April 1st and 6th. Okay. Thank you for looking into that. Good to know. I believe the draft is supposed to be the 13th, but if there's an issue with the CBA, then that may not happen. DiVincenzo makes the first free throw. Tempo coach is amazing. Chip coach. That's what I've been told. I don't know. I don't know anything about the WNBA, unfortunately, but I'm looking to get into it a little bit more, and the tempo will help. I'm going to try and get to some games. I'm just a little bit worried about the ticket prices. I'm trying to get $40-$50 tickets. I'm going to keep it real. Hopefully that's doable. Barnes defended by Gobert. 5 in the shot clock. Getting past Gobert. Layup doesn't go. Gobert did enough. Bit of a run building for the Timberwolves. 6-0 run with a chance to add. Toronto needs to stop. Edwards for 3. In and out. Pirtle tips the rebound to Barrett. Raptors back out the other way. Ingram to the rim. That's goaltending. 2 points. Count it for BI. Another field goal. Yeah, I think that maybe gives me fun. I mean, I like watching basketball. And I get to watch it live, and it's a Toronto team. I'm looking forward to becoming a fan. I'd have some gear if they didn't fucking gouge the prices of their gear. You know, I used to be a real, and I guess I still am, DiVincenzo for 3, 6.8. I really am. Like, I have a lot of jerseys. I have quite a collection of jerseys. And I'm very particular about having, like, officially licensed merchandise. I don't get, like, the authentic, like the authentic meaning the jersey the players would wear. As RJ draws foul there. I get, like, the swingman jerseys, you know? Officially licensed merchandise, but, like, a little bit of a takedown on quality. But I'm fine with that. That fits what I want for... that fits what I want. You know, I want official stuff. But prices for jerseys these days have gotten to such a point that I cannot see myself purchasing a official Blue Jays jersey. Like, the quality of the stuff too has dropped so tremendously too. Like, I could go on DHgate and get a Blue Jays jersey fully stitched, embroidered, and it probably higher quality what I could get with Fanatics right now. And Fanatics owns, like, all of these sports memorabilia sites. So, like, any Toronto Tempo gear is going to be coming through Fanatics. I mean, I may as well... Oh, God. Edwards just threw down on RJ right there. Any future Blue Jays gear, probably going to be DHgate specials. Oh, sure. Wow. All right. Sorry to lose it a little bit here. And fucking cram that, though. Oh, my God. Let me see this replay. Yeah, he got... He got him. Yep, he dunked on his shit right there. Ant can do that. Fingers hurting a little bit, though, off of the tip pass. Anyways, I have jersey prices have pushed me over the edge here. I'm a fake jersey guy, I think, moving forward. Mamu puts it back. Soccer jerseys, I still feel okay with the price. I still feel like I'm good to get soccer jerseys. But like I was looking at Canada Olympic hockey jerseys. Like, my God, the price on some of this stuff, and it's so low quality. Blue Jays jerseys are just a crime. You know, you're paying like almost $200, and you could get a better quality jersey from DHgate for like $25, man. 75-70, DiVincenzo for 3. Off the mark, long rebound to Shed. Shed. Man, what is he up to today, man? What the fuck was that pass? Shed, how many turnovers? I don't think he's many. He's 2 turnovers. Minus 16. DiVincenzo at the line makes the first free throw. Second free throw is good as well. All right. 77-70. Timberwolves in the bonus. 4:30 to go in the third. Nice pass from Shed to Ingram. Up fake. Mid-range. Too strong. Timberwolves can extend the run here. Raptors can't really afford to take a timeout, so need to start to kick into gear. Edwards, fadeaway 2. Doesn't go, but Gobert on the miss. Dribbling past Shed to Naz Reid for 3. The lead is up to 10. It's their largest of the game. Raptors in trouble now. Foul called there against the Timberwolves. And Gobert got through a bit easily there. Damn, 6-2 loss to the Rangers for the Leafs. That's not good. Minus 24 for Shed. Good grief. That is not your night, man. Mamu for 3. Nothing falling. Edwards. Needs some stops. Dosunmu 3. 13-point game. I mean, you got 3 timeouts, so you got to use one at this, and then they turn it over, and they're going to score. Well, now you have no choice but to call a timeout, really. 15-3. Wow, he is letting him play. He is letting him play. A 15-3 run, he's letting him go. I would have called a timeout there. And then Gobert blocks. I mean, Darko, do you need a handwritten letter to call a timeout here to get Barnes back in? Naz Reid. Pirtle defending. Out to Dosunmu. Now Edwards. Edwards driving, fouled. And chance to add more. How has there been no timeout yet, man? I know we're on 3 left, but you gotta. At a certain point, you gotta use them. It gets to a point where you gotta use them. And yeah, I don't know where. Comeback's certainly possible, but this is quite a hole to put yourself in. You have a rough 5 or so minutes, and that's not even 5. Like that's 3 or 4 minutes. Then that's the game, man. I mean, once you got to 10, you have to think about a timeout. Really. Once you got to 13, no advantage or buts. That's timeout time. They hit a big 3. The crowd's ignited. There's no event. There's no question. That's timeout time. Then it gets to 15. You really got to call a timeout at that point. And then finally now, a little bit of a break here. This, yeah. We are in piss right now. Another game against a good team looking like a loss here. You know, this team is still missing something. We're still in the growing phase, but every game against these teams, we cannot find a way to win. Every game. You gotta find some wins here or there against these top teams. But haven't done it. We only have 4 wins against the top 10 teams in the NBA this season. This will be game number, I think, 21 against the top 10 team this season. We only have 4 wins. 3 of those 4 against the Cavs. And the Cavs have dramatically changed their fortune since the start of the season when we played them pretty early in the season. Since then, they are a much different team. They've acquired James Harden. They've improved. So, yeah, it's I don't even say worried. I am. It's not a worrying trend. I'm worried. Like it's bad that they're doing this. You know. But again, zooming out, big picture, season's going well. We haven't invested any assets. You know, all these teams that we're losing to here, these top 10 teams, they've invested multiple firsts. Most of them have invested multiple firsts into growing their team, into being win now teams. We haven't made any investment like that. So if we do, that we might have to start competing. And evidently we're close to that level with this team. So off season, next season, it's time to start making those moves. So we're kind of fortunate Edwards got hurt there because it gave us a timeout. It made them take a timeout, which gave us a break. Darko needed to call a timeout somewhere there. Mobo's back in, which is a confusing one. Again. 86 to 70. (16-3) run. Foul call against McDaniels. We were down by more against OKC and fought back to give us a chance to win. So it's not done, but we're in piss right now. No doubt about it. And it happened so quick. It was just like a 3-point game, wasn't it? It was just tied. Like, what the hell happened? Challenged by Minnesota here. No spoilers. Rank all the Avengers movies best to worst. Let me just pull up a list just to make sure I get them all. So number one is Infinity War. Number 2 is Endgame. Those two movies are truly like remarkable films. Beyond just being like super great superhero movies. Those are incredible movies. Okay? Then well, I guess it's only 4. I thought Civil War's a Captain America movie. So it's either Ultron or the first one. I mean, Age of Ultron's really good, but I will give it to the Avengers movie. So I'll go Infinity War, Endgame, Avengers, Age of Ultron as the 4. Challenge is unsuccessful, so it'll be side out for the Raptors. Weird spot to challenge. Oh, right, because that's foul trouble for McDaniels, which is why they challenged that. Okay, that's why. Yeah, going mobile here again, it's just, why did you acquire Jackson Davis? Why did we get him? And, I mean, you kind of wonder, as Walter, what is that shot, man? You wonder if the Raptors had gone, like, larger investment into a center, would Darko have even wanted to use him? Maybe not. Maybe they wouldn't have used him, and it wouldn't have mattered that they acquired him. Confusing by Darko, to say the least. Randall out in the corner to Reed. Pass deflected by Barnes, but Reed gets it back, misses the layup. 1:30 to go in this third quarter of pain. But Naz Reid is down, holding his upper arm. You know what's annoying? Wanting to watch a movie but not being able to watch them without eating an enjoyable meal or simple binging. I don't relate. I can just kind of watch a movie. I don't watch a lot of movies, but I can just watch one. Well, it looks like Naz Reid's arm kind of got locked in there with Mamu as he fell. Yeah, just awkward sort of fall there for Naz Reid. Hopefully he's all right. I don't want to be too critical of Darko because there's been like the glimmer of hope in this season. Like this season's going really well as a whole. There's been those glimmers and those pieces of evidence suggest like we're heading in the right direction. Yeah, there's some bad stuff in there. Yeah, there's some bad rotations, bad decision making, lack of a game plan sometimes on offense, no answers, no adjustments at times. But also, the team is so devoid of shooting talent. It's still not like doesn't have tremendous pieces for a half court offense. So like, if you give better pieces, I used to be like, you know, when the team does upgrade and get better pieces, I don't want fucking Darko to coach that team because it'd be a waste to have him with them. I've come around to the point where I'm not ready to say he can't do it. I think he's earned that shot with an improved roster where they're able to zip the ball around the perimeter and have much better options as far as shooters are concerned. I'm not ready to call it quits on Darko. If they fired him, I mean, I would be like, I feel like they could upgrade, so that's fine with me. But I don't think they necessarily should. And I don't think they will. And again, I think we got to understand where we're at in our process. We have not made like a buying sort of move. We have not made a large investment into a trade. We have lots of flexibility with the trade. We have all of our assets at our disposal to make a trade next season. We have expiring contracts we can throw into a trade. We can get better. We're not in this do or die, win now, win or bust position. We're in the novice, very early stages of this rebuild still, and we're already kind of above schedule, or ahead of schedule rather. Do I think Darko is a coach that'll kind of put you over the top as a winner? Doesn't seem like that's the case, but I think he's earned his shot to prove that to be correct or incorrect. This probably wasn't supposed to be a team that it was fifth seed this far above 500 this stage in the season. They are 9 games above 500 after all. Probably wasn't supposed to be a team that was anywhere close to that, but we're here. And I think there's a lot of credit that has to go his way for that still. Rebuild shouldn't take more than 5 years. Well, for us, this is really year 2 of the rebuild. And for some teams, it takes longer than 5 years. OKC were rebuilding for probably 5 or 6 years. Now, they're a pretty extreme example, but sometimes it can take a bit of time. The fact that the half-court offense is pretty much give it to Barnes or Ingram and ISO is a bad look and an indictment against him for sure. And the bench is not not top heavy. And you're playing a team that has some top heavy bench pieces like Naz Reid. Yeah. Yeah, the roster construction is poor. The NBA is built around size and shooting. Where are the 2 areas we lack the most? Size and shooting. That needs to be addressed, I think, before we can really, put Darko to the flame. Now, where my opinions of Darko have shifted in the last year have been like last year, you could have made the same case. We were shit, and it was like, Darko wasn't coaching the team well, and it was like, well, who could get? This team kind of sucks. The roster is terrible. But there weren't really any glimpses of promise with Darko's coaching. That was my beef. That was my problem. I don't see any evidence to suggest that when the team is better, he is going to get the most out of them. He is going to get wins out of them. This season, he's proven he can find ways to win games. He's proven he can coach a really good defense. So I think that there's reason to think maybe if we do give him some better pieces, he could really be a winner with this team. So I think it's fair to, like I said, I keep saying it's fair to give him that chance to do that. But that's how I feel. I'm still not sold on him as a coach. I never have been, but interested in seeing. $14-point deficit. Do you think we will revert the fourth quarter meltdown and make a comeback? I mean, we're down 14 to a good team. Do I think the Raptors are going to win this game? No, I do not. But hopefully some sort of glimmer of hope and fight left in this team. It's interesting that I was a very extreme anti-Darko person for 2 years, and now I feel like I am. I don't know if I'm on the other side of it. Like, as in, am I in the, in the spectrum of supports Darko to hates Darko? I wouldn't say I ever hated him. Supports Darko to does not support Darko. I was very much close to, does not support Darko for a long time. I was much closer to that than the middle of the spectrum. Now I feel like I've gone a little bit past the middle in terms of where the Raptors fan base is on Darko. I feel like I'm a little bit past the middle, shifting towards support of Darko. Now, I don't know. I just kind of gauge from what the community is here, and the Raptors fan base is much larger than the community that just exists here on this channel. But I am feeling like I am having to defend him now more, whereas previously people had to defend him from me, type of thing. This team needs a player like Suggs. I mean, the theory of that, Suggs' shooting's come down a bit in the last years, but that type of 3-and-D guy is what they need. Like a Trey Murphy is the dream type of asset for this team. Hard to get, very hard to get. Like Dylan Brooks, yeah. Shooting and defense, this team is missing that. They need some more size. They need more shooting. They need more defense. And yeah, not playing the big you went out and got at the deadline is still a strange decision. I agree. Kawhi back. That ain't happening. He didn't want to be here when we were the best team in the NBA, so I don't think he'll want to be here now. Brooks better than Scotty in every way. He's a better shooter. I can't think of any other area he's better than Scotty. I can't think of one single other part of the game he's better than Scotty other than shooting. 3-point shooting. So, that's really fucking stupid to say. But Brooks would be a nice pickup, yeah. Like that type of guy. But the Suns are actually good. Shockingly, and he is a reason why. Shamshe back. I promise Ulrich Shamshe is not changing the trajectory of the season. It'd be nice to continue to work with him to see if you can get some rotation quality out of him. But if he was here, our record right now would be the exact same. It wouldn't be different. I'm not sure he would have more than just garbage time minutes either. Quickly, wide open Free throw on Jay is good. Raptors within 9. They're making a bit of a push. Loads of time here. 10:30 to go. I'd rather play Grady or Battle. I've been very vocal. I'd rather play Battle. Battle. Highland gets the floater. Some kind of weak defense. All right, it's McDaniels. I was looking at the chat. I was listening to Matty D there. How do we think the season would have been if we made the RJ Pirtle trade for Sabonis? Pirtle's been quite good since then. RJ's been all right. Sabonis is out for the season and needed like surgery, so I think we made the right call there. Pirtle looks healthy. If we had traded Pirtle and he looked healthy, I would have been fucking vexed. Any support I had for that trade came from I think Pirtle might be fucking cooked and his back won't recover, but he's looking really healthy now. I'd rather a healthy Pirtle than Sabonis. Highland for 3 doesn't go. And RJ, I keep saying, RJ next season's on an expiring deal. That makes him valuable. $36 million of expiring salary with RJ and Grady Dick next year is interesting for the Raptors. Kick that out! That was RJ. Kick that out to Mamu! He's done a good job making the right reads all day, except right there. Send Shed G. Shed has had like one bad game here. I think it'll be okay. Good season. One bad game will not define his season. Time moves so fast, but it comes to sports. One loss, like one performance, is really just just has such a dramatic shift on opinion on teams and players. Raptors 11 points down, 8:46 to go. They're in in distance here. Not striking distance, but like what's the term I'm looking for? Like it's possible from here. They could do it from here. Do I think Victor Oladipo would be a nice score off the bench? Like what the fuck are we talking about? Is it 2016 or is it 2026? No, I don't think Victor Oladipo would be a nice score off the bench today. What are we talking about? How long has he been out of the league for? Reed for 3. Doesn't go. We're within 9 on the ball here. Quickly. Awful pass. Then take. Oh, my God, Emmanuel. What are you doing, man? Good thing we saved that third timeout, man. Like, what do we need it for? What are we going to use that third timeout for here? Good thing we fucking saved it when they were on this meteoric run to go up by 16. So I am looking. So, okay. Mishi says Jamal Shed is a turnover machine. I was fairly certain to have a pretty good assist to turnover ratio. It's the fourth best assist to turnover ratio in the entire sport. To me, if you have the fourth best assist to turnover ratio in the NBA, you're probably not a turnover machine. Now, can we say he's not sure about BI? Oh my God. Can we say he's not a good shooter? Well, we know that. We know he's not an offensive hub. He's not creating offense. But is he a good passer? Yes. Is he a turnover machine? He is very far from a turnover machine. We don't need to, we don't need every take to be at 100 miles an hour. We can have we can have these nuanced sort of opinions on players, but to say a player who is very clearly a good passer is a turnover machine is it's quite frankly idiotic, and I question your ability to evaluate the sport to any degree when you say something like that. This team needs Michael Jordan. If we had Michael Jordan, we might be a threat for the chip, I don't know. The guy averaging 1.4 turnovers a game, he's playing 22-ish, 23 minutes. That's low two turnovers a game per 36. 2.3 turnovers a game per 36 to 8.5 assists. I think you're a fucking idiot if you think he's a turnover machine. I don't think. You are a fucking idiot. Sure, stats aren't everything sometimes, but he's very fucking obviously not a turnover machine. And that's not even that is objective, the objective truth. If you look at the stats, our starter numbers are the same or maybe better. Let's have a look minutes-wise. I mean, BI is minus 25. Incredibly, we have another just horrific scoreboard game, and Barnes is in the positive. Don't know how that quickly actually is as well. There's just been, looks like there's been certain lineups, Pirtle, Ingram, and Shed are all minus 20 or worse. There's been just lineups that just have been crushed. Dasuma's plus 24, Reed is plus 16, but then Anderson's minus. It's been weird. I feel like a lot of it has been in pockets today, where there was that pocket where they went on a 16-3 run and Scotty Barnes wasn't on the floor. But yeah, the Raptors played 5 guys off the bench. 3 of them have not scored. One of them Shed, who was 0 of 6. 4 of them don't have a field goal. Because Walt's 0 of 1. It's been a bad day for the bench, no doubt. I just fine for 20 games. Shed is solid. Mamu's been not great lately, but he's having a good game today. Walter's been inconsistent all year. Other than Murray Boyles, remember Murray Boyles is out right now as well. Other than Murray Boyles, Shed, and Mamu, there hasn't been any consistency from the bench. Definitely missing Murray Boyles when he's out because he's very good. But Walter's been inconsistent. They haven't figured out the next guy there. Grady Dick has been awful all season. They're trying battle out right now. Not using Trace Jackson Davis, even though they traded for him. Down 15 here. 6:17 to go. Looks pretty bleak. Don't see a real path right now. And the Raptors did win 2 games in a row, like last week. So, it's not like we're like shit. It's not like we're a shit team that's on this fucking ridiculous losing streak. We've lost. This will be 2 losses in a row against 2 good teams. Is it frustrating that we can't beat these teams? We continue to lose to these better teams? Yes, absolutely. But we're going to be 8 games above 500. There's going to be 20 games left with us 8 games above 500. Some of the reactions here are quite exaggerated. They're not exaggerated. That would imply some sense originally. Some of these reactions are taking it too far. I think it's a better way of describing it. We've been playing like shit. Hey, if we're winning games, I'm pretty cool winning a good degree more than we're losing. I watched a lot of losing a lot more than winning for 2 years. I don't agree they've been as bad as people are making them out to be. Do they get free food if he misses a free throw? He missed both. Free chicken sandwich for the crowd. Okay, that's what it's come to, eh? Naz Reid for 3. Off the mark. I think this one's done. 105-90. We need a 2020 Raptors back. Yeah, the fucking defending champions. It'd be pretty sweet to have that team. Yeah. It'd be awesome to have the defending champions as our team. And unfortunately, time moves on. The team has changed. We should have 42 wins. We're going to get more than 42 wins. We're looking at more than 45 here. We might only beat a good team once all year. We've already done it 4 times. That's more than 1. And we've got more chances to go. It's bad, but let's not lie. We need Filipowski. What would be different with him on the team? What do you even say? What would be different? The team would be the exact same fucking team with him. They might be ever so slightly better. It's like they're pulling 5 extra wins because Kyle Filipowski plays for them. Where I play Sixers Cavs first round. Sixers. Cavs are much better than the Sixers. We're within 10. They're still fighting. 4:30 to go. DiVincenzo for 3. Agent Grimm. All right. Let's read this question now. Do you think we could swindle SGA from OKC at some point? Do you think we could swindle, as in get a good deal, fleece, unfair trade in our favor? Do you think we could execute that with a team known for their savvy business and the player being the reigning MVP in the league? No, I don't personally think we could swindle a trade for that guy from that team. Come on, man. It would be cool. Yeah, it would be really cool, but it probably won't happen. Yeah, I think it's done here. 16. Basically, you just had that shit pocket in the third. They took a huge lead, and that's it. You know, Darko goes on it, allows a 16-3 run to happen with no timeout. And he didn't even call the fucking timeout in the end. Minnesota called the timeout because Ant hit his head and got hurt. Darko did not even call a timeout there. Have we even used that timeout? Oh, yeah, we have. We've used two since then. But, like, you know, you need to get to the point where you can use those timeouts to your advantage later. Going in a fucking 16-point hole, less likely you're going to need those three timeouts in the fourth quarter, you know? How many wins do you get in the last 21 games? So 20 games, I think it is, after tonight. What's the right? Will be 35 and 27. So that's 62 games. So 20 games left. They have one of the easier remaining schedules in the NBA. If Brandon Ingram is out, I mean, he may not be out, but like, how many wins should they get in the last 20 games? Like, should beat Dallas, should beat New Orleans, can beat Phoenix at home. Let's call that like 2.5. Detroit think they'll lose. Chicago away should win 3.5. Denver should be a loss. Phoenix away, probably a loss. Utah away should win 4.5. LA away should win 5.5. Home to New Orleans, 6.5. Orlando, let's give ourselves half. 7. Loss, 8. Sacramento, 9 to Memphis. Let's like say we split Miami, 10. Beat Brooklyn, 11. Could even double Miami. Let's say we split Miami. That's 11. I feel like it's kind of conservative. 11 wins for the Raptors. That puts us on 46 wins. I feel like we're on pretty comfortable pace to get 45 plus there. So, yeah. On pace. I mean, look, we're on pace there. We could fumble that. We could do even better. But, wow, Trace Jack Day is finally getting in. It's garbage time. All right, I'm going to sign off then. I don't care to watch garbage time, even though I know it's Grady Dick and Trace Jack Day. I don't care to watch garbage time here. Yeah. Bad loss. Didn't play well enough in the second half again. But ranking of 500, one of the easier schedules remaining in the NBA. Still a pretty clear path to 45 plus wins. Winnable game on Sunday. I'm not going to be convinced into, being irate about the state of the team. We're on pace for a playoff spot. 46 wins. If you win 45 plus, it'd be real tough if you're not a top 6 seed with that. So we're on pace to be where we want to be. You offer me this position at the start of the season, I'd take it. I think it's important to consider the status of the team from that sort of perspective. There's people out there. I truly believe a lot of people enjoy the anger and enjoy finding reasons to be upset. I don't get that. I don't know why people choose that sort of path. I'm not going to choose that sort of path. I'm going to stay grounded. We're going to be okay. I don't love our chances in a playoff series, but you know what? You offer me a playoff series, I'll take a playoff series. Who knows where we can go from there? Don't like our chances because we struggled against good teams. We struggle in half-court environments, but this team is on the up. They have all the assets at their disposal going forward. Lots of time to evaluate. I'm okay with that. I'll be okay with that. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. If you enjoyed, hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Video coming out next couple days. A true video. I'm going to make a video for the first time in a few months. Talking about Dark Rajakovic. He's the right man for the team going forward. We'll discuss. Thank you, everybody. Have a great Friday. I will be away Sunday for the watch-along, so I will catch you for the next one when the Raptors play I think it's a Monday game. No, Tuesday. Tuesday at Houston. That's the next one I'll be on the watch-along. See you then, everybody.